Hi, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am a freelance makeup artist and photographer. I typically like to post about anything beauty related, whether it's reviews, tutorials, but I also like to share my beauty photography that I do as well. Today I narrowed it down to 6 things that I have in my collection that I have tried before and I didn't like it or it didn't really work for me at the time. But now I love them and I'm happy to have them in my collection again. One of the first things I want to talk about is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. For some reason, the first time I tried this and I used it, I feel like it made my eyes burn. And it was like that burning sensation. I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but where like when you put sunscreen too close to your eyes, I just couldn't use it and I stopped. I hated it. It was something that would literally mess up my makeup later in the day because of how watery it would make my eyes. I want to say I got it in either my Allure box from this past year or another Ipsy box. I can't remember. It works for me. My eyes don't water. I think the issue in the past was I probably took too long to use it and it was expired and it made my eyes water. I like that it's not too watery either. I feel like it really just sinks into my under eye. It just provides like a really nice base to when I put on my concealer. The next thing I'm going to talk about is something that I loved and then I hated and now I love it again. It is the Caudalie Facial Mist. Honestly, in short, when I was pregnant, I could not handle using this. The fragrance was way too much for me and I decided to pick one up again after having my baby and realized that it was just the fragrance that really bothered me while I was pregnant. I personally do not use this when it comes to setting my makeup just because I am a little more on the oily side, but when I'm doing skincare prep or before bed, I use this and it just gives me like this luxe skincare finishing touch. Next thing I was super skeptical of using, I was like, okay, this mascara is probably not even that good. Everyone's hyping it up. And I tried it one day and I didn't like how it wore. But then maybe like a month later, I had no choice but to use this mascara. And I love it. I don't know what happened in the beginning, but we're best friends now. The Lancome mascara. It's that perfect middle ground. It's lengthening, it's not too goopy, it doesn't have a dry formula, and it's not super wet either. But yeah, we're besties now. Next thing I'm going to talk about is a lifesaver for a complexion product. And I'm not exaggerating. Like I really think that anytime I feel like I have a lot of creasing or my skin looks too dry with the foundation that I'm using, or I just need something to like save the makeup, I use the NYX Bear With Me concealer. If you can find a shade that matches you, this is definitely something I highly recommend you try. And it's drugstore, so it's pretty affordable. This next thing was just something that I didn't really care for at first. I thought it was pretty and it didn't really make a huge difference compared to others. But going back to it, the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners are no joke. Like I tried a different one today just to use it and it came off so fast. I would definitely recommend you try the Lip Cheat lip liners from Charlotte Tilbury if you haven't yet. My personal favorite, and I think a lot of people really like this shade, is Iconic Nude. It's just so creamy and I truly feel like they're long lasting. The last thing that I have on my list is an eyeshadow palette. And it really is the last thing that I thought I was going to be in love with because, first of all, nobody really uses the little sponge tip applicators that these like brands include in their palettes. But believe it or not, I love this palette and I love the little applicators with the formula that's in it. Lancome Hypnose palette is French Nude 01. Let me show. So it's a pretty basic neutral palette. I got this, I opened it and I was like, I'm never gonna use this. But I went on a road trip and took this with me because I was like, well, if I decide to do my eye makeup, I have essential colors that I can use. This has literally been like my go-to travel eyeshadow palette that I take with me. Definitely would recommend if you've been looking at getting something compact and easy for on the go. And those are my current products that I have fallen in love with again. And that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you've tried these, if you love these, if you hate these, and I'll see you next time.